Hi everyone. It's been a while. Uh, Living alone, I find, keeps a person pretty busy with your own house care and bills and stuff. So anyway, um, this video, which I've been wanting to do this topic for a while, but wanted to establish a sort of rapport, um, so that it could be given a certain respect, and that is sex and sexuality in relation to mood disorders, bipolar disorder. First of all, human beings are sexual beings. Sex gives us intimacy emotionally and physically, physical pleasure. When you think of things, this first is going to be sex as a symptom of a mood episode, either mania or depression. First, you have to consider what is normal for you. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different sex drive, how often they become aroused, how often they desire sex, what kind of sex, how, private or open. Monogamy, not. Everybody is different. So you have to consider what your norm is, what your usual is, what you are like when your mood is stable. Now, some people aren't really sure, especially younger folks. Especially if you're going through adolescence and young adulthood, most people tend to have a higher sex drive during that time period. It tapers off for a lot of people as you get older, different things happening in your life. But basically, looking at what you were like when your mood is stable, when you veer in one direction or the other, into low sex drive or lack of desire or hypersexuality, consider any other symptoms you might have that might signal a mood episode, and it might help you look at the situation and decide, is this another symptom of a mood episode? For some people, this is like the red flag. Okay. And some people, especially in mania, you aren't aware. Mania blocks that part, that insight. So you're not able to see that you're dressing any differently or behaving any differently. So you really have to listen to what the people around you are saying. And if anybody gives you any sort of clue as that you're behaving differently or dressing differently, stop and look at what's going on. Do you have other symptoms of mania? How many people are saying or know, or just try to be more aware. Let's see. And I also want to be sure that we all understand that men and women have sexual desires, libidos, desires, the hypersexuality is as much a problem for women as it is for men, just like with depression, lack of desire, or so don't forget the women out there. So, what, let's go with depression first. What signs in relation to sexuality, sex, would you notice that might be a signal of depression? Well, first of all, just a loss of interest. You just simply you don't find anything sexy, nothing arouses you, you don't think about sex, you know, like you do when you're stable. Things that come with depression, like fatigue, low self-esteem, body image. A lot of people have body image problems that become magnified when they're depressed, and then, you know, they don't feel attractive, and so they're not about to have sexual relations or enjoy sexual relations. And or you maybe you do want to have sex, but you just can't become aroused, men and women. And just to get really basic, for men, that would be the inability to get an erection or maintain an erection. And for women, that might be that your genital area doesn't become lubricated like it usually does when you're aroused. No engorgement of the clitoris. So it's for men and women, and those they're really big symptoms. They're really important symptoms because sex is such a big part of our lives. Way we share with people, intimate, but also within ourselves. Even, you know, like if you're not in a relationship with someone, most people still have sex, you know. Masturbation, you know, it's just a part of our lives, and we get something from it, and I'm going to talk about that later. And it becomes very frustrating without that. And please don't be embarrassed to include that as symptoms if you're having that and you talk to your doctor. It won't be the first time they hear it. They aren't going to go, oh my God, how embarrassing, don't talk to me about that, you know. I experience problems myself when I'm depressed, I don't think of sex at all, period, at all. Or I think about it and my brain is aroused, but my body doesn't respond. So, I'm about to run out, so I'm gonna move to next video to go on with mania and sex.